London, 2200. A future society low on resources. Age is used to determine all opportunities and life choices in the name of efficiency. Rita, 32, is desperate for a second chance at the family she never had. Motherhood is allowed only to those under 30, without exception. Saul, 74, is a biomedical scientist closing in on a cure for a mysterious disease called nightfall. His only child suffers from it. All citizens are eliminated at age 75, without exception. Scene 1, First Hand. The Last Chance Club, a casino for undercover dealings. 3:21 a.m. Shadowy figures set up a table for an elimination blackjack tournament.
Surprised to see you here.
I've had my name on the waiting list for a long time.
Minimum starting bet has to be what? A year's earnings for you?
Of course you'd have the money to try your luck as many times as it takes.
Well, you don't need to be resentful. I tried to help you.
And look at how that turned out.
What do you need this for anyway?
None of your business.
A sudden alarm blares. There are a few panicked shouts in the background before a whistled all clear.
Was that a drill?
I hope it was a drill. You know the penalty for meddling with the display system.
Yeah, instant 75. When's your birthday anyway? 3 weeks?
2.
Must suck.
That's one way to put it.
So, since you can't seem to stay away, mind telling me exactly how this works?
First-time player, table of 7, your odds aren't great.
Not the game. The setup? For instance, who's he? My boss?
Census Bureau engineer. The record department's allowed one mechanical malfunction a month.
What if there's a real malfunction?
Guess the payout makes it worth the risk to him.
And he can turn back time.
It's simple. If you're the last one standing, he'll turn back your clock and wipe the records. Fresh lease on life. At least for a few years. Maybe more if you have a young face. Just not enough to arouse suspicion.
When I paid the entry fee, I still half thought they were lying. Have you ever seen it happen?
You think the winner's going to stick around?
Fair point. It's funny, isn't it? That this time I get to see you be the desperate one.
No. 32, huh? It's not hard to guess which milestone you've missed. In fact, you had a chance at it before.
Not on my own terms.
I'm surprised you had the collateral to enter Last Chance with whatever you managed to earn as
an archaeologist.
A glorified mudlarker.
I do just fine. There are plenty of people wanting artifacts that show how the world went wrong or how it used to go right, depending on your persuasion.
I have to admit, I prefer the future to the past.
Well, let me ask, what makes you come back here again and again? If you haven't found a cure in this long, what makes you think another year or two is going to help?
You haven't seen what that disease looks like on a person.
Nightfall. It doesn't sound so bad. A few sweet dreams of how the world used to be, when people could live to 100, when you had time to bounce careers or take gap years and be a screw-up because you could always start over.
Not just dreams, delirium, insomnia, and then...
Just like they say, survival of the fittest.
Well, it's harder to swallow when it's my daughter on the line.
I'm sorry. A kid's on the line for me too.
Well, that's not exactly the same thing.
Isn't it?
Bright lights turn on over the blackjack table. The tournament is ready to begin. He reaches to shake her hand.
It's not like it'll come down to the two of us. May the best man win.
Scene 2, Elimination Round. There are fewer shadowy figures at the table, tension rising, a quick smoke break.
Still in?
Still in.
Don't you feel guilty?
Why should I?
Well, despite the less than auspicious beginning, you still have a love of your life, or so you say, and 40 years ahead of you. Why should you be the one to get a reset?
That's your problem. You think you're better than everyone. What does a noble mission matter if you can't get results?
I never said I was better than anyone.
Orphanage doctor, medical scientist, the stakes to enter this game again and again, as if you were playing for peanuts. You have always been in a position of power.
I wish you knew how it feels to look your daughter's eyes and know there's absolutely nothing you can do for her.
You have a short memory.
I'm sorry, that was cruel.
I'm so tired of all of you judging me.
As you recall, I simply tried to provide you with a choice.
You denied me a choice, and it didn't help anyway. I was still thrown out. A teen mom was too much for the nuns to handle. I still missed my chance at college, and from then till now, life's been one wrong turn after another.
So what's changed now? You found a partner?
No. I realized I don't need to have the perfect conditions to take a chance at starting the family I never got to have. If the world has shown me anything, it's that you can have it all: the best partner, the most money, the highest position, and still have everything turned upside down. All I want is one more chance.
Everyone at that table has just missed their mark. Maybe they've passed 18 and will never get another try at college entrance exams. Maybe it's 30 and they haven't managed to have a kid. Maybe they're staring down the barrel of 75. The law of efficiency means the rewards fall only to those who get it right first time, and that's not you or me. Next time, you ought to consider surrender. Keep enough of your chips to rescue what's left of your savings.
I don't need advice from you.
You still haven't convinced me you'll do any better the second time than the first. I didn't want to bring this up, but if you won't take my advice...
2 weeks left and you're going to threaten me? I'm terrified.
I still have access to the orphanage medical records, you know?
So what?
I can make it known that you sought out an illegal abortion. Right age or not, it would make you an unfit mother.
You wouldn't.
Look, the child you're dreaming of, the future you're hoping for, it doesn't exist. I already have someone to save. It's time to fold. I'm sorry.
No, I'm playing to the end.
Why in the world?
Maybe because you've already won enough from me. Maybe just to spite you, or maybe because I'm dreaming of how the world used to be.
Scene 3, Last Player Standing. Only Saul and Rita remain at the table. They face the dealer for the final hand.
Let me try again. Let me try again. Think of all we've had before. Let me try once more.
She's yours, you know?
What?
My daughter, the one with Nightfall. She was yours.
You told me you adopted her out.
I kept her. I've been trying to find a cure for over a decade now. Another year or two, Who am I kidding? It's just more false hope for me and for her. But maybe not for you. You can go and see her. I'll leave you my address.
No, you have to keep trying.
My number is up. It's time to accept it. Surrender.
Saul.
Surrender.
Take me to see her.